Yo, what's up, YouTube? I know I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back and I wrote something for y'all. So I hope you won't mind me reading it. Let me tell you something you already know. You and everyone that you've ever loved are going to die one day. It's true. It's something we all know, but go about our days acting like we don't think about until it's the only thing we can think about. When I was 10, I had this dream that my parents got into a car accident and that one of them passed away. I couldn't believe it, man. I woke up crying. So I did what any irrational 10-year-old would do. I crawled up in between them and I fell asleep. But that was the first time that a seed was planted in my mind that we don't have time. In my dream, it was my mom that passed away, but in reality, it was my father. We had that typical love-hate relationship that most fathers have with their sons. Like, we argued about everything, disagreed on everything. We were practically the same person, though. We bonded over things like maths and physics, things that required analytical thought. Man, that was our bread and butter. Bread and butter. I spent the only time we ever had together chasing after his validation. And that last year, I finally got it. We bonded over watching soccer, taking runs. I'd even help him mark some of his papers. I told him about architecture and how it was kicking my ass. He'd stay up with me though. We'd work through the night and in the mornings, grab a newspaper and a cup of tea, head outside and let the sun welcome us into a new day. It's been 2 years since I did any of that though. I mean, I still grab that cup of tea every morning. Not at 5 a.m. though. I haven't said much about grief over the past 2 years because I thought my feelings would change about it, but they've more or less stayed the same. Look, to me, I didn't lose my father. He died, and that's okay, bro. It's a natural part of life. I could have spent this video talking about how I missed him and how I wish we could have had more time together, how I feel like we were robbed of all the time that we could have had together. More. But that's not how I live life. Thinking about the ifs, ands, buts, ors, and maybes, it's just a waste of time. My dad and I, we never made that mistake of thinking that we had time. So we were always honest with each other. We never held anything back. So we were genuine, straight out the gate. I have this memory on the 4th of August. I'm standing in front of his grave, watching the undertakers lay him 6 feet under. It was a sunny day, man, but it may as well have been raining through my eyes. I took a knee, grabbed a handful of sand, walked over to his grave. I chucked it in and said thank you. Then walked back to my seat. I wasn't just sad, man. I was grateful. I was grateful for the time we had. A little over a month ago, we were having a good time. My mom had some of her friends over, they were playing music. And I was like, I'ma hit the floor. Show my parents how it's done. Shake what your mama gave, yo. Misbehave, yo. But this nigga, bro. This nigga literally pushes me off the dance floor and then proceeds to outdance me. When I tell you this man was showboating, it's an understatement. Because I swear, I shit you not. In the middle of his performance, he points at me, sticks his tongue out, like he's trying to say to me, this is how you dance, boy. Fuck's sakes. The fucking bastard, man. If there was ever one thing my father and I agreed on, is that life is precious. And in order to realize that, you actually have to remember it. So many of us spend our time trying to forget it. We live our lives vicariously through others. Look, I'm not here to bash social media, bro. I literally have a platform on it.
Platform.
But so many of us can't even go a day without checking this shit. Can't go a day without checking Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. The thing we forget is that we don't live our lives on this. So why do we feel like it's fine to spend most of our lives on it? Here's the thing, man. TikTok. We're on the clock, bro. And we really don't know when it's gonna stop. So unless we take the time to live our lives and prioritize, we might just find ourselves at the end of a grave, asking ourselves where the time had gone. Make some effort, bro. Make some effort to cherish this. It's the only life we get.
I won't back down. Go down the side.